Welcome back, and we're going into a different matchup. It's actually between Sabrelime and Tittily, also known as Os, and this is going to be a Zerg versus Zerg. So hopefully Tittily will send his drones, which he just did, and he will be spawning at the 12 o'clock position as the green Zerg. Always the best color to pick whenever you're playing Zerg, seeing as it is the closest color to puke, the theme of all Zerg games. And we have Sabrelime spawning as the white Zerg at the 9 o'clock, or more like 8:30-ish position on Metalopolis. Great map for Zerg because if you get the cross positions or the air positions, which are the nearby ones distance-wise but not, rush distance-wise, when you're playing against a Terran or Protoss, you can always have this nice little crescent moon of expansions. Say your opponent's right here, you expand here, that's away, here's away, and so on. Whereas whenever you get these close spawn positions, you can expand here pretty safely, but then where do you take your third? It's like you either take here or here and be really aggressive, or you're trying to sneak it over here, but then you're really susceptible to drops and the fact that your main is completely separated from your third. So it's just kind of a risky map. So what we're seeing out of Sabrelime is a 10 pool in front of his gas. Very interesting play. Apparently he does not want this game to last long enough for him to actually need that gas. Just going to take a look at the APM here to see what's going on. 0 APM out of Sabrelime currently, averaging about 37. Going to send a scouting drone up here and see that he is in the close positions, so that quick spawning pool is actually going to work wonders for his favor. And we have Tittily making a lot of drones. He's up to 16 drones. He's got that spawning pool down, I guess. Alright, that's pretty normal. Never mind. I'm just a little slow. And it looks as if we have no gas going down for Saber. Just a couple Zerglings coming out. And we have a spine crawler in the base. Not really sure what Tittily's doing here. He should probably take 3 or 4 of these and start surrounding this to try and work on it, because timing, on the spawn pool is just now finished, and he just now has the larva to actually throw down a Zergling, and he built an Overlord. And Sabrelime just called GG. Generally, I wouldn't recommend calling GG at this kind of point. I would also recommend, if you're Zerg and you see this happening, take these workers, which are in the death zone, and move them, but also throw down like a spine crawler here and a spine crawler right here, right out of range. Pretty much the general rule of thumb when you're being cannoned and you have no other options but to just cannon yourself. And then when you cannon yourself, you'll have a defended base and the opponent won't, because their cannons will be in yours. And so you can generally build, air units or something that can work around. And as we see, O's completely owned by this kind of gimmicky strategy, although honestly the positioning of the spine crawler really looked like it was just an aggressive scout, not so much a actual attempt to win, and then he just took advantage of the fact that O's did nothing about it. So that was pretty bad. Hope to see a little bit better play out of O's and / Tittily next game. We will be right back. So we are back in game 2 of Tittily